Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Kelly Kemple, and I will serve as your facilitator for the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fabulous panelists who are going to be presenting some amazing information for you. And so we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to hear all of that great information. And so please, if you can just be mindful of the few things that we have here on the screen. You are muted and your video is off, so panelists can't see or hear you. So please keep it that way. We want you to sign up for more sessions because there are so many college presentations that are going to be offered. So please make sure to check the schedule on the website. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A button to type your questions to the presenters at any time. And then finally, the recordings, all sessions are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Virginia. And so first, what I'd like to do is to turn it over to our first presenter for the University of South Carolina.
Right, let me get my screen shared really quick. All right, Kelly, am I good to go? Awesome. All right, everyone. So thank you so much for being with us tonight. My name is Allison Scheide. I serve as the Assistant Director for Transfer Recruitment at the University of South Carolina. So a little bit about us. We have just over 27,000 undergraduate students. So we're, a pretty decently big school. We hover just over 50% of our students coming from within South Carolina. So which also means that you're going to see students from all over the place, all over the country, and all over the world here at U of SC. We enroll students from all 50 states and more than 100 countries, and just under a quarter of our students identify as an underrepresented minority. One fact that is not here on our slide is that about 1/3 of our student body is considered transfer students. So transferring to U of SC is not something that's weird or frowned upon. We have plenty of students who transfer to the University of South Carolina. So we have over 100 different majors and over 300 different ways you can combine majors, minors, and concentrations. Some of the biggest ones I'm going to talk with you today are majors that are part of what is called the Academic Common Market. And this is a tuition reciprocity agreement where students from Virginia can come and study at U of SC to study majors that you guys just don't have in the state of Virginia. So majors in our College of Arts and Sciences would include marine science, cardiovascular technology, and Russian. In our College of Hospitality, Retail, and Sport Management, we have retailing with a concentration in retail management. And then in our Moore School of Business, we have the risk management and insurance major. So these are programs where, like I said, you can come and study at U of SC for in-state rates. It's not even considered a scholarship. Anyone who is admitted to that program can do that. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely let me know. Reach out after the session and we'll kind of walk through what that process looks like. We also have a lot of other really outstanding programs. Sport and entertainment management and exercise science were just recently ranked #1 in the nation for the 6th year in a row. So we have a lot of really great programs to offer our students at U of SC. So like I said, we have plenty of nationally ranked programs, about 56 of them to be exact. And we have a pretty low student to faculty ratio at 17:1. So even though we're a big school, you're still going to get lots of one-on-one personal attention. So if you are thinking, boy, this sounds great, sign me up, here's what you need to do. So we require a non-refundable application fee. And then what we require for our students definitely differs based on how many college credit hours you have. If a student has 30 credit hours or more, we just need your college transcripts. And even though it says official on the slide, we actually have started allowing students to apply with unofficial transcripts, which has been a lifesaver for both students and on our side. It makes getting decisions out the door so much faster. If a student has less than 30 college credit hours, don't worry, you can still become a Gamecock. So we just require those college transcripts as well as an official high school transcript. And we are test optional for the 2022 and 2023 application cycles. So no SAT or ACT scores needed here. So some application deadlines you will want to keep in mind. If you are thinking about U of SC for summer or fall semester, you still have plenty of time to get that application in. And if you're thinking about it for spring of 2023, that application will open in September and is due November 1st. So the minimum requirements. The minimum GPA that a student needs to have in order to be admitted to U of SC is a 2.25 cumulative GPA, but some majors do have higher GPA minimums, ranging all the way up to a 3.25 for the majors in our School of Business. We do recalculate a student's GPA based on all attempts of non-remedial coursework. So because of that, because we use all attempts at courses, the transcript GPA may or may not actually match what we are using on the admission side. So that kind of wraps up what I have to say. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out via phone or via email. We also love meeting with students over Zoom. It's a great way for students to really be able to, get all of their really specific questions answered, because we know there's a lot of things that just can't be answered in a one-size-fits-all information session. So thank you, and go Gamecocks.
Thank you so much, Allison. We appreciate that. Okay, so next up we have Methodist University.
Hi, my name is Melissa. I am one of the new admission counselors at Methodist University. This is my first virtual meeting, so hopefully I can get through it without choking too much. I'm gonna try to share my, give me 1 second. I knew this would do this. Okay. All right, let's see if I can, tell me if you. I'm using my daughter's Chromebook, y'all. I'm sorry.
You're okay. Have you hit the share screen button?
I got it. It's coming up slowly but surely.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Here you go.
All right. So as you can see, again, we are Methodist University. We are a fairly small university. We were founded in 1960 as Methodist College, and then in 2006 transferred over to Methodist University. We have approximately 16 to 1,700 students on campus, and then around 2,000 to 2,200 through our dual enrollment programs. We are in the heart of Fayetteville, North Carolina, and we have around 80 plus academic programs. We do have a very small student faculty ratio, 12:1. We do represent roughly around 77 countries and then 40 states. This is some of our top programs here. We do have our PGM, engineering, music, art, and nursing. A lot of diversity of the majors there. We also offer tutoring and testing center and a writing center as well. So if those students are needing an extra little one-on-one interaction or help with their studies or a certain class, we do have a specific tutoring testing center for that, as well as our writing centers to help out with any essays or resumes for future jobs. We have numerous hands-on opportunities, one of them being our forensics firearm class. I believe they visited a gun range, so do have a lot of hands-on with that. Let me see. Oh, sorry. Okay, so we do have with our physician's assistance program, we are around a 98% passing rate. For our nursing, occupational therapy, and physical therapy, we are at a 100% passing rate. And then we do around 190 plus study abroad programs. Also, if you see, we have around 90% of the respondents indicated that they had a job or were in graduate school within 6 months of graduation. So as of last year, freshman applications that came in were a little, just a little over 2,800. Freshman applications that we accepted were a little over 2,200. And then we did enroll around 403 freshmen. This is our application process. You can apply for free at methodist.edu/apply. Send transcripts, high school and college. Unofficial is accepted. Obviously, we will need those official transcripts once you are in the process of starting classes. We are also a test optional school. I heard South Carolina earlier that they were saying they were test optional. So we are test optional. However, I do explain to some of the students that their test scores, if they took any, that they are willing to help out with any kind of scholarships being awarded to them. And then we do our credit evaluation and transferology. So we have that available for parents or students that are looking at trying to figure out what credits would transfer from a previous college to Methodist University. So our Methodist graduates consistently rank among the top 20% to 25%. And then 97% of Methodist University students qualify for financial aid assistance. I do have some notes that I'm going by over here on the side, so I apologize. I'm cheating a little bit. So yeah, like I said, our graduates consistently rank in the top 25% of graduates from all four-year colleges and universities in North Carolina when measuring median salary 10 years after enrollment. So basically, yeah, that is our little slideshow for Methodist University. Again, we are pretty much in the heart of Carolina, Fayetteville, and we have a fairly small campus, and our classroom size ranges around 25 to 30 students. So not too big of a classroom setting, probably about the size of a high school. So yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. And Liz is with me today, and we will be happy to answer those questions for you.
Thank you very much, Melissa. Appreciate that. Next up, we have Verto Education. And again, if you do have any questions, please feel free to use the Q&A button and put them in there.
Hi, everyone. My name is Emma Tillman. I am a regional admissions counselor for Verto Education in the state of Georgia. But I'm happy to be with you guys in Virginia tonight. Verto Education is a study abroad organization that primarily helps students with their freshman and sophomore years of college, and you get to study abroad and take your general education requirements. So if you still have those general ed that you need to get, we would be a great fit because we are partnered with 70 universities across the US, and we have 3, I believe, that are also international. In Virginia, I believe that we have 6 different colleges that partner directly with us. We are also accredited through Richard Bland College of William and Mary, and so we are able to help you transfer to any US institution if you decide not to go to one of our partner schools. And this is just a list of some of our partners. They're all on our website if you would like to check out that later. I'm just going to go briefly over a couple of our semester locations. There's more on our website, but our first location is Florence. I love to talk about Florence because it's one of my favorite places that I've been in the world. It's a very small city, very walkable. It's about 30 minutes from one side of the other walking. And you're going to take a full 12 to 16 credits here and live in an apartment with about 4 to 5 other Verto students. And you'll just take some general education requirements. Some of the highlights here are our art history and intro to drawing classes. And I think there's another art class that we have as well. And part of it, our semester, is that you get to enter all of the museums with the art. So you're seeing the art that you're learning about, not just from a book, but actually in real life. Dublin is one of our new semesters. It's a very beautiful city, also very walkable. People are super friendly. It's a very, very diverse location. And again, you're going to be taking 12 to 16 credits at any of our locations. And then you'll also in Dublin be living in an apartment with 4 to 5 other Verto students. This is a brand new semester. We're launching it this fall. So I don't know a ton about the program yet, but I love Dublin. Can't speak enough good things about my time visiting there as well. And then a third location we have is Costa Rica. This is going to be your most college campus-like feel. You're going to be on a college campus called Katy in Turrialba, I believe is how you say it, Costa Rica. And you'll be in a dorm style accommodation. And for this location, all food is also provided. And then again, you're going to be taking those 12 to 16 credit hours. In Costa Rica, we do have a lot of our environmental sciences. And part of that is you get to go to some of the local farms to do some testing on the soil and see the process of farming in Costa Rica. I think you've probably heard this from my presentation already, but we really care about that experiential learning piece because we want you to be putting your hands on things, not just learning from a book. So in all of our locations, we're thinking through what's relevant to the culture and country, and then picking out coursework that would match the things that are important in each of the contexts that you're in, so that you do get to have some of those hands-on experiences. For example, we have another location in London, and those students that are in any of our intro to government or poli-sci, they get to go to Parliament as part of one of their classes. How does it work? It's very simple. So you can go to our website at any point. It's vertoeducation.org and complete an application. And all we need is a transcript and a 500-word writing sample. If you're questioning if this would be right for you because you're looking to transfer into a college, you can still send us your transcript and we can kind of determine which location would be still could be a good fit for you based on the classes that you've already taken. And then we also try to get you a decision from Verto within a week, and we get expedited decisions from any of our partner schools as well. And then we can also help you do that full sophomore year as well. The great thing about Verto is that we are trying our best to make study abroad affordable and accessible to all people. And so one of the great things about us is that we are FAFSA and Pell Grant eligible. And so dependent upon your financial need alone, you're automatically eligible for up to $12,000 on any of your semesters. And then we also have other merit and needs-based scholarships that you can apply for on top of that. And those can range anywhere from about $2,000 to $6,000 per scholarship. And so we are trying to make it as accessible as possible for you. We also have a team of financial aid advisors. So if you have any financial questions, they're there to help you make the best decision for you. If you want to learn more, we definitely have all the social media. So follow us on Instagram or on TikTok. We also have a blog where you can be reading about the experiences of students who are in our countries right now. And I would definitely tell you to check that out. It's been really fun reading all of their different experiences this past year. If you want more information, you can just scan this QR code right now from my screen, and it will send you to a link to ask for more information. And that just will allow an admissions counselor to give you a phone call to share more about our program, our locations, and answer any questions that you might have. And again, and any questions, so if you decided to enroll at the end of this month, you would also get $500 off of your tuition. So if you have any questions or want any more answers, please just reach out to us.
Thank you very much, Emma. And next up, we have Temple University, Japan campus.
Thank you, Kelly.
Welcome.
Yes, so hello everyone. Hello from Tokyo, Japan. My name is Ha, Admissions Counselor from Temple University Japan campus. I'll call TJ for short. TJ is the international branch campus of Temple University main campus in Philadelphia. It is one of the largest public research universities in the US, and it's the largest school in Philadelphia. And we're branch campus in Tokyo, Japan. Temple has 3 campuses in the world. The main campus is in the US and 2 branch campuses in Rome, Italy and Tokyo, Japan. And because we're the same school, it's very easy for students to transfer among 3 campuses. For example, at the Japan campus, you can easily go to Rome campus for a short-term study abroad program, or you can easily transfer back to the main campus anytime to finish a degree. But most of our students graduate from Temple, Japan. We offer 10 majors in liberal arts field. Please look at the screen for the list of majors we offer. The most popular majors are international business studies, communication studies, art, international affairs, just to name a few. We also offer the 2+2 computer science program, where students do the first 2 years in Tokyo and the last 2 years in Philadelphia. But this program is not really recommended for transfer students. Yeah. And all classes at TJ are offered in English, so you don't need to know any Japanese to apply. Yeah. Our campus is located in Tokyo, in a very central part of Tokyo. It is just a 5-minute train ride away from Shibuya Station. For those who don't know, Shibuya is like Times Square, New York. It's the most popular district for young people in Tokyo, and it's a must-visit spot for tourists when in Japan. And we are just a 5-minute train ride away from there, so our students really enjoy the campus location. Yeah. So if you're really interested in urban campus setting, then I hope you'll consider TJ. Yeah. So next, what TJ has to offer. Although we look at in Tokyo, but the degree and credits you'll be earning will be American degree and American credits. They are exactly the same degree and credits a student in our main campus in Philadelphia earn. The only difference is that you do in Tokyo. You do it in Tokyo with us. Yeah. And if you have college credits, a chance for, if you have AP or IB, they're transferable to Temple, which helps you to save time and money. We are the only schools in Japan accepting transfer credits for these courses because we are American school, so it's in the same American system. In terms of tuition fee, please look at this chart, which compares TJ's tuition with the public and private universities in the US. The average tuition fee at TJ is about $15,000. Yeah, so sometimes it's even cheaper for you to study abroad in Japan with us than going out of states. And the degree you'll be earning will still be American degree. So the question is, why not, right? And since we're American school, so you can of course use American benefits like financial aid, GI Bill if you have the benefits, use private loans. We also offer merit-based scholarships, which are very easy to apply. And we look at it in Tokyo. And as you know, Tokyo is the biggest city in Japan, the most developed in Asia. So there are many opportunities when it comes to part-time jobs, internship, and full-time jobs. Talking about jobs, we have the Career Development Office to help students find jobs in Japan or even back in their home countries. Especially if you go back to the States, you can still use the services and resources offered by the Career Development Office at our main campus in Philadelphia. Because once you're a Temple student, wherever you are, you can get support. Yeah. And internship is a distinctive feature of our school. For some majors like business, international affairs, psychological studies, internship is required and it's credit-bearing internship. Students often do it during their 3rd or 4th year here, and they can earn credits from it. And TJ will help you to find internship here in Japan. And this is the list of companies that have recruited our students for the internship program. Yeah. This is Amani. She's from the US. She majored in political science, and she did the internship program at the US Embassy in Tokyo. Yeah, how cool it is to have the chance to intern at the US Embassy, right? And she really enjoyed this experience because she said she learned a lot and it's very helpful for advancing her career prospects. Besides, we offer career fairs. This is one of the virtual career fairs we co-hosted with the Japanese universities, and it's for English speakers. So we invited companies to TJ to recruit our students. Yeah, you can also see a lot of big names company here. Yeah. And many international students choose to stay in Japan after graduation, and TJ helped them to find jobs here. And this is Isadora. She's also from the US, and she just graduated last year with a major in Asian studies, and now she's working at Amazon Japan. You know, she's one of the graduates who successfully found jobs in Japan. We're very proud of her. So next, how to apply. We have 3 semesters per year. You can apply to transfer anytime. The scholarship deadline is earlier than the final deadline. Yeah, so you can see here, for example, if you apply for 2022, the final deadline is May 15 this year, which is in a few months. Yes. And this is the list of documents we require. So we need your application form, your personal statement. Test score is optional for native English speakers. But if you have taken SAT or ACT, and if you believe that it will complement your application, you should submit the score. And then we require your official transcript. If you have completed at least 30 college level semester credits, you don't need to submit your high school transcript. Yes. And then we require an application fee of about $98 US. Yeah. And after you submit everything, the result is sent to you within 4 weeks. It is very straightforward and very simple. We'll be guiding you through the application process. So that's pretty much about TJ and the application process. If any questions, feel free to type in the Q&A, or you can always reach out to us later at this email address here, ac@tj.temple.edu. And also there's a QR code here which links to our website. So do check it out. And thank you so much for listening to the presentation. I hope you continue to stay safe and healthy, and wishing you all the best for this academic year. Thank you.
Thank you, Ha. We appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to ask for all of our panelists to turn their cameras on. As we have, oh, I'm sorry, I have one more university. I apologize. So everybody can turn their cameras off except for the University of Colorado Boulder.
Hi, everyone. I'm Marlene. I'm a transfer admission counselor at the University of Colorado Boulder. Let me pull up my screen for y'all. Okay, so do you all see the big screen with the B Boulder? Okay, thank you. So yeah, I'm coming here from the city of Boulder. As you can see, it's a beautiful mountain town. I would say the university makes up about a third of the population, so it is a very college-friendly town. A lot of students come to Boulder because they want to be in the outdoors. There's a lot of hiking and skiing and snowboarding opportunities, so that's very popular in our city. So I want to talk a little bit about the different programs that we offer, and then I'll talk about the application process towards the end. So we have over 110 majors, and we also have some concurrent programs. We have over 65 minors and then over 100 certificates. So we really want to encourage students to customize their education and pick their passions and their academic interest to build a career and a degree that really matches their goals. So we have 8 total schools and programs within our university. The biggest one is the College of Arts and Sciences. This is a college that houses arts and humanities, social sciences, and natural sciences. We do have 25 top 50 programs in the nation in geological sciences, ethnic studies, and cinema studies. We also have a very popular College of Engineering and Applied Science. It is ranked #1 in the Rocky Mountain region. Very popular programs within the College of Engineering are going to be aerospace engineering and chemical, as well as computer science. We have 2 computer science majors within this college. It's going to be a Bachelor of Science and a Bachelor of Arts, so students can kind of pick which route to take. And of course, they don't have to know right off the bat. They can apply as undeclared too, and then kind of work with an academic advisor to choose their path. We also have a very popular School of Business, ranked pretty high in the nation, but very popular for their peer mentorship program. So they partner students with young and senior professionals in their career so they can start getting that hands-on experience and networking opportunities. There's a lot of study abroad programs for students in business, as well as conferences around the United States to kind of get that business experience as well. Our College of Media, Communication, and Information houses majors like journalism, media studies, information science. We have 6 student media outlets in which students can actually practice what they will be studying at our university, and will have the opportunity to produce some of their work and share with the CU Boulder community. We have a program in environmental design. This program houses architecture, landscape, urban landscaping, a lot of popular majors. There is a lot of thinker, creator space within the program too, so students can create their projects, but also share them with the community. And then we also have a College of Music, which mainly specializes in jazz and classical music. They just renovated the building, and it's a really large building, a lot of space for rehearsing and, for students to practice their music. Our School of Education has a leadership and community engagement major. They also specialize in elementary education. And as you can see, 100% of our recent graduates were employed within 6 months of graduation. Okay, last but not least, we have the program in exploratory studies, which is geared for students who have not completely decided what to major on. They want to explore some majors, and for students who might not be directly admissible into their first choice program, but want direct admission into the university. All right, so these are just some of the cool and popular spots for students to hang out around our city and our university. So now I will go over the application process. So the application can be found on our website at www.colorado.edu/admissions. The transfer application is not on the Common App. It is a separate application. And then these are the things that we are looking for. Application, there's a $50 application fee. There's a personal statement requirement, 250 to 650 words. We do accept unofficial high school and college transcripts, which should facilitate the application process. And test scores are optional. So that is new as of 2020. So students are not required to submit these. These are some of the deadlines. The next upcoming deadline is June 1st for our fall 2022 application. And then these are some of the campus resources we have for transfer students. So we do offer some visit programs, both virtual and in person, so students can take a look at our campus and get a feel for it. We offer virtual transfer admission appointments in which we can discuss admission criteria and any questions that prospective students might have about the transfer process. And then we offer pre-transfer advising, which is for students who have not been admitted but want to discuss the time to graduation and how their credits might apply towards their intended degree. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach us at admissions@colorado.edu. Again, my name is Marlene, and thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you so much, Marlene. Okay, now if we can have all of our presenters just turn on their cameras, we have a few questions that we would like to ask to help give our attendees just a little bit more information about your institution. And so I would like for you to answer these questions in the order that you just presented. And so we are going to start with first, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
All right, so my biggest piece of advice is don't be afraid to reach out and ask questions to us. I have so many students who are like, oh, I'm sorry, must be bothering you. I'm like, my job is to help you. We love what we do. We love helping students. So don't be afraid to ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. We were more than happy to answer, questions that you have. So don't be afraid. We don't bite.
Melissa, do you have any insight on that question? What's one thing you want students to remember about, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Well, you kind of stole my thunder there, Allison. Don't be, like she said, don't be afraid of the whole process. Yes, it is a big step. It's only the next 4 years of your life. But no, we are there as counselors, and it's not only us as counselors, but your coaching staff, your advisors, the faculty and staff members. Everybody gets involved and wants to help out as much as possible. So, if you have any questions, feel free to not only reach out to the counselors, but your advisors or faculty and staff, because we're all there to help.
Yeah, I would say don't be afraid to be your true self. And your essays, we want to know what makes you you and your experiences, your likes and dislikes, because yeah, you're bringing that to our campuses, and we want to know who you are, because then we know how we can best support you as a student. So yeah, be yourself and bring your whole self to the table.
I just have a very simple advice, which is to follow some universities of your interest on social media and maybe take advantage of some virtual tools they offer. Because nowadays, most schools have a very strong presence on social media and offer great virtual experience. And I think it's the chance for you to see the campus live and imagine yourself studying there, especially for the school that you cannot visit in person, like our school in Japan. And I think will help you to make the decision better somehow. Thank you.
The bad thing about going last is everything's already taken up, but yeah, everything was great advice. Ask questions. I would say start the process early on, just because the earlier you start the application or even the research process, the more opportunities you might find along the way. Get in touch with a school. Just start with one person. If you see one name and one email, just start with them. And you usually within universities, we have pretty good, partnership with each other, so we can at least get you to the right person. And don't be afraid to ask questions, no matter how big or small. We're here to help you.
Great advice. Our second question is, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
I guess the biggest thing I want students to remember is the little program I talked about called the Academic Common Market. So there are a lot of majors that just aren't available in your state, and you can come and study them at the University of South Carolina. So whether it's marine science, whether it's Russian, whether it's retailing, we've got some really unique options that just aren't available at the public schools in Virginia.
I would say probably one of the thing that I want everybody to take away from this whole experience and meeting about Methodist would be the one thing I always talk about is our school may be fairly small with only the 16 to 1700 students on campus, but we're large at heart. And everybody on campus is involved in everything, not just the students, but the faculty, the staff, the coaching, the coaches. So I would say the one thing to take away and to remember about Methodist is that we are small but large at heart. Everybody is hands-on and prepared to jump in and help in any way.
For Verto, I would just say, yeah, that there's an option that you get to have an experience abroad, but then have that connection to 70 schools here in the States. But more than that, we want to help you connect to the place where we're sending you to. And we really care about that experience. So we, help you connect to locals well, because we believe that connection to a place and people matters.
One thing I would like you to remember about Temple University Japan campus is the opportunity to earn an American degree in Japan, a very safe country, rich in history and culture. And I highly recommend you to consider study abroad, either for all 4 years or just for a few semesters. And I believe all schools here today offer amazing study abroad programs in many countries in the world. Because I think it's going to be a life-changing experience. You'll learn a lot and experience things that you cannot do at your home country. Thank you.
Something I want students to remember about CU Boulder is we really do want to provide any resources and any help that we can to our students. I would say it's almost like a student-run university. Faculty and staff are really just here to help and provide the resources for students. We have over 550 clubs and organizations for students to get involved. We also have a lot of study abroad programs in a lot of different countries. They could be like semester long, year long, or semester or like a summer program as well. There's also a lot of research opportunities at our university for both undergrad and graduate students. And that's for pretty much every major that we have. We have specific funding available for undergraduate students to practice some of their research.
Thank you. And our last question that we have for you all, what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process?
Sorry, I'm thinking. I guess one myth, if we're talking on the transfer side, is that transferring is abnormal, transferring is bad, no one transfers. And a lot of our schools, the majority of students are transfer students. So I guess the myth is that no one transfers. And in a lot of schools, that is not the case.
I'm sorry, Kelly, what did you say the question was again?
No problem. The question is, what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process?
I would say, so I visited a local high school today, and one of the students that came up to me spoke to me and they said, FAFSA is hard. So I would want to just let you know that FAFSA, it can be, yes, a little trying at times, but it honestly is not that difficult. And that is what our financial aid individuals are there for. They are there to take you through that process step by step. If you have any questions, then most definitely reach out to us and we can help you through that FAFSA process, because that is one thing that I think scares students and parents at the same time. So it's not that hard.
Yeah, mine's kind of in the same vein, is that it doesn't have to be painful. I feel like I've heard that a lot from students, especially seniors who are now kind of frantically searching for what they want to do. That's why we're all here, to answer questions. That's why we have different departments in any of our universities or organizations to help answer questions. If you're still in high school, that's why your school counselors are there to answer questions. So yeah, I think someone said this, don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, because that's going to be the thing that makes your process of finding the right fit school for you the best thing, is by asking the questions that matter most to you, and only you know those questions, not your parents, not your teachers, only you. So ask the questions that are important to you.
I believe a lot of transfer students think that the University of Colorado Boulder is like super competitive and hard to get into, although that might be the case for the incoming like first year class, because we get so many applicants and you have to, look at the top applicants. For transfer students, the admission criteria is a little bit different and a little bit more direct. For example, there's like a few prerequisites for engineering and for the School of Business. But over a transfer admission appointment, I usually talk with students and they feel really relieved, like, oh, I just need to take these classes and like I can be admissible. And yeah, so transfer students, I would say it's a little bit more direct and you're not really competing against numbers. It's more like, what do you have to bring to the university? So hopefully that made sense.
Thank you all so much. I truly appreciate you taking the time. And so I would like to go ahead and wrap us up. Thank you all again for participating. After you close the window, there will be a quick survey for you all to complete as an attendee. So please make sure you do that. If you have an opportunity, make sure to check out the different recordings that we have available on the website, and they are at strivescan.com/Virginia. Thank you again. We encourage you to continue to look up and contact our different panelists who were on the session tonight so that you can get those answers to the questions that you have. And I thank you for spending your evening with us. Thank you again, everyone. Have a good night. Bye.